People seem convinced that going on a trip, such as hiking in the Alps or kayaking along the Amazon, can change your life, allowing you to find yourself when you're lost, even if you don't know it at first. They say that genuine experiences like those can open your eyes to new cultures and beliefs, promoting you to rethink your personal self and who you are in your creative journey. Although Switzerland and Brazil may be great, I didn't need to travel far to find my creative self. As I reflect over my experience to clarity over the past few months, I've come to understand my personal creative journey like a figurative airplane ride. An airplane ride to an unknown, life-changing destination where I'm finally my ideal creative self. My journey began in high school, where I thought I had myself figured out. I had no desire to grow or become my creative self. I didn't really know what that even meant. Although I didn't know it at the time, I was trapped in a bubble, aimlessly wandering through life while being influenced by other people's ideas of who my creative self was. All I knew was that I was a high-energy, risk-taking wild child, lacking individuality or a sense of purpose, as I constantly tried to please others. I was comfortable in my bubble, and I didn't want to take that leap of faith to get on the airplane ride that would bring me to a place in my life where I could harness my strengths and grow into my creative self. When I committed to Princeton, I started to become more aware, specifically the creative parts that I didn't want to bring to Princeton with me, such as struggles with confidence, effective communication, and the belief that I'm not creative enough to make something of myself. Realizing that I would be going to Princeton was somewhat of a reality check, prompting me to get on that airplane journey that would help me understand who I truly creatively am. But despite my best efforts, I became trapped in a state of stagnancy, with no destination in sight, as I remained ignorant to who I wanted to become. Contrary to a first principle thinker, I let other people decide what I believed. I let people tell me that I was a ball of fun, but could never be taken seriously in anything that I strived for. In general, I would say I'm a risk taker, someone who loves a challenge, challenging norms and disregarding fears. I wanted to turn this persona of a wild child into confidence and self-respect, but I didn't know how. While in this limbo of an airplane ride, I denied myself of opportunities to develop or reflect on my life. But with every airplane's takeoff into the sky, there's always a landing onto solid ground. With the help of a forward-thinking mentor as my pilot, I finally reached my destination, freeing me from the airplane mentality that I was trapped in. Like a true first principles thinker, I started to think for myself, challenging norms and questioning what I thought I knew. In this, I channeled my self-awareness into additional self-reflection, something I had never done before. Some things that I learned was that I'm extremely weird. And although I already knew that, I discovered that I can channel this weirdness into ambitious designs as I work creatively in anything I do. I used to think maturing would mean I would lose my uniqueness to a monotonous work life. But now I know that it's possible to be weird. I've also learned that it's okay, rather encouraged, to express myself when I disagree or have an issue with something or someone. Although reluctant at first due to preconceived norms or notions of how I should act, I learned that the reality is no change occurs without honesty. Constructive criticism is a crucial part of growth. Lastly, I'm the most creative when I work out loud and think out loud in a group setting with others, gathering advice and encouraging others to chime in. I'm energized by group work because of my love for people and genuine interaction, something that I don't have many opportunities for at a school when group work is often discouraged. With all that I have discovered and have come to more deeply understand, I'm still looking to the future for growth. I'm far from done in trying to find the iconoclast within me. I'm determined to continue to reflect on my life and what I've done, constantly questioning the things I believe, and learning how to maximize my creative potential. I'll continue to see the world as an innovator, constantly questioning the hidden assumptions and constraints. One thing that I want to work on in the future is my communication skills in group settings. Although I may know what I want to say, my body language or visual expression is not always understandable. This makes it hard in group settings when I feel like I can't express myself in the best way possible. Also, I want to be someone who's known for their emphasis on the details. I know that no matter how good or amazing or innovative a concept is, it's all about the details. My first-hand experience in trying to solve a wicked problem of stress on Princeton's campus proved to me that the details are the most important part of making something great. And lastly, one of my most important goals is to become the version of myself that stops letting people walk on me or my ideas. To be the leader I want to be, I have to be confident in my individuality and what I can bring to a table. All throughout this creative journey, I have known my ability and potential for greatness. Now all I have to do is put on my iconoclast pants and get out there.